Hello everyone and welcome to another match of Hitman Bingo 2. And it is going to be a really special one here on this December 22nd, just 2 days before Christmas Eve rather, because it is Jokerj's first match against Meekah, actually the second of the winners bracket round 2 matches, but Joker was the one person with a bye, probably one of the most prepared players of the bingo game mode. Was basically the only player who couldn't participate in the first round and instead had to wait for the winner of Meekah versus Yanini. But here we go now. Joker can start his journey towards winning Hitman Bingo 2, and Meekah will be also hoping to get their winning streak going. Of course, they came here by beating Yanni 4-2. Was an interesting, nice comeback from losing the Paris non-lockout board twice and then coming back in the lockout part of the match. Up to 3 maps will be on offer here. Need to just very quickly check from not the source of document but the Hitman Bingo document what the maps are here. First up is Marrakesh, chosen by Jokerj, and it is lockout, as well as Berlin, the second map, chosen by Meekah. But if it's 2-2 after 2 maps, then Sapienza will be a non-lockout decider, a no time limit decider.
Do we have a visual? I don't have a visual.
And because it's no lockout, I think it makes a lot of sense to join and loading quickly, and Joker did that as well and already got the posted key card. It's a good basement tile. Meekah will be also getting the key card. Just cannot claim that tile. Yeah, there we go, they are pausing it and getting into combat anyway, so that's 1 tile for Joker, 0 for Meekah.
Massage expert Connie Engstrom.
But we have Joker now 52 seconds in. Dropping the mouse there. Not the mouse, the moves. Which I don't see it being a tile, but Joker was very confident they're going for it. Release the moves manually. It's not being claimed yet. Consulate security is on. Is marked red now. And there we go, the security. That means 3 tiles, and Meekah just keeps being a little bit behind, and now it's 5-0. What happened to Meekah? Oh damn! What happened to Meekah in Miami, being just really a tiny bit quicker than Yanni for all those tiles. Now it happens the other way around, and Meekah just cannot get going. And Joker in turn now with 2 kitchen knives. And that was almost a cleaver grab. There's a stove. Almost getting caught there. This is illegal to pick up, so gotta be careful for that. Luckily not in range of any illegal items. Keys to the army truck, and now with the Joker pause, and Meekah, I think they're better off just leaving the school.
Really?
And get any tiles outside, because at least this means the Joker is inside the school. Meekah will get the kill as well, because I think the wires were sabotaged there, so that will be an execution kill for Klaus at the 2.5 minute mark. Just need to be careful there. Meekah getting 1 cleaver. I think they need a second one without raising suspicion. Will be tough to get. Probably from food vendor start could be a nice one, but maybe Joker's getting the second one as well. Dodging it very nicely, and that's the first Meekah tile with green guns, so they can keep it. Probably the first time the Joker was beaten to anything on here. And Meekah can get more tiles. Second wrench is not a tile. 3 bricks is a tile, of which I think Meekah could get a couple there at the top of the headmaster rooftop. They will be the first one to become the headmaster, so that's the second tile. But Joker is looking for a different way in. Second table headmaster key as well. 7-3 now, just 3 to go for Jokerj, but Meekah's catching up as well. And Jokerj gets into combat. This is going to make the whole spin much more interesting. Meekah now with a 3-minute lead, but behind on tiles. And those cannot be claimed. And I think Meekah is very right there to pause for a bit, knowing that Jokerj is on a restart in the garage. We'll be very likely to getting those 6 or 7 tiles. And Meekah can get deeper inside the school and claim all those tiles. Because of course Jokerj is nowhere near. Meekah could get the pool ball through the basketball hoop tile, peeping through the peepholes, the bricks, remote explosives, little pill jar, but that doesn't get him anywhere close to 10. So it's really hard to say who has the advantage right now. Fusebox as well, good shot, Yoshi. Not really familiar with the hammers inside the school. I don't think there's two. I don't think there's a single one inside here, but Meekah will be catching up by taking these tiles. Claim the remote explosive. Oh, Meekah could claim the remote explosive because they already had 2 in hand, so only needed 1 from this pile. That's good to see. That's 1 brick, and I think it won't be too long until another 2 are found. It's back to the beginning of the run, of course, for Jokerj, but can do some X tiles, including poisoning the glass in Strandberg's office. Letter opener is not a tile, so it's about the glass here. And that's a new one. It's not being claimed. So 5 tiles to Jokerj, another 3 secured at the moment. 3 bricks for Meekah, and can begin the meta isolation for Reza. So that will be the 2nd kill very shortly. Still 5 tiles to go still. Peeping through the peepholes is important. And there's the first pool ball, which can be thrown through the hoop. Yep, those are the brick. And Jokerj poisoning the glass means that the walnuts cannot be poisoned, but I think that was just wishful thinking for this board, right? I don't see the walnut tile. It's an interesting new one, just not part of this board. Jokerj a little bit stuck here, trying to get more kitchen knives. But that's being seen by the janitor, and that will be seen if Jokerj picks it up. Big prompt on offer there, but that whoosh will be even fuller if Jokerj were to go for it. It's basically blocked by these 20 pieces and needs to wait for both of them to move. That's the 2nd kitchen knife, and that's the 3rd one. After some important delays, Jokerj finally gets, and that's a restart with green guns. Jokerj wasn't happy with something.
Most impressive, 47. Now to locate Klaus Strandberg.
Of course, a lot of time was spent trying to grab the kitchen knife, so I think he was late for Klaus electrocution. Not that it would really matter, you could just do it with 2nd cycle, but Jokerj clear enough happy with something. We'll have to start from scratch again, and Meekah still with only 5 tiles, and that's another hoop. That's not what the intention was. That's not the only one of the map, but there's no way we can disallow that one. It just needs to be changed to a hoop instead of the hoop. But nice tile claim there from Meekah. That's number 7. I think number 6 was the pool ball. The 2nd pool ball was gotten there. Yep, there's a basketball hoop in front of the school and not at this backyard. And only 1 peephole from Meekah. I could have sworn that he would be on the 2nd one, but now they can go to the room where Klaus was isolated and killed. I think there are even more peepholes, which would get Meekah their 8th tile. Little whoosh there, and there will be more whooshes once they get closer to the military officers, the red hats. For now, it's the fuse box in school, tile number 8 from the 3rd row. Yeah, that used to be a smiley face, but sadly now it's being ruined by more tiles there. One more peephole to go through, that's tile number 9. And the last one, something you want to do quick, the lethal poison pill jar, one of them is in Reza's office. You only need to turn a military officer for that. Fire alarm is a bit risky, but you can quickly exit after that. And there's no other option there, as Meekah is looking for that fire alarm. But there are 2 NPCs nearby who will now start discussing.
Okay.
And this could be trouble for Meekah. There are multiple bodies around the school. With the guards being random like that, you don't have a lot of time until they start finding bodies. Reza's or this elite soldier right outside. Jokerj will get the electrocution kill.
Raise the Zaydan.
And it's back to 8 tiles. The 9th one will be turning on the TV. That's of course next to the masseur. Oh, and Meekah's... You really need to turn that another elite guard. Otherwise it would have been insta-suspicious. There's the alarm.
Attention all personnel.
And it's now just hoping for Meekah to stay green for these last 6, 7, 8 seconds. Still green. 8:15, 8:16 now. And it seems like Meekah's getting this map. 10 to 9. And Jokerj with the quickest jet and a more powerful start to the map, but was rushing just a tiny bit too fast. Tiny bit too hard, and Meekah is taking the first map of this match. Going into Berlin Lockout. This is very good news for the Canadian. And very unfortunate for Jokerj, because it was really quick to get to 9 tiles and 1 kill from Jokerj's side, but those 2 restarts set the tone for this first map. So this is probably as competitive a lockout match can get. Bit of a back and forth on the tiles, but Jokerj still being able to claim all those early school tiles, early concept tiles rather. Just sadly, those restarts kind of ruined his momentum. So Meekah in a prime spot to advance right now. Meekah wasn't appreciative of the fact that all the concept tiles were gone right before they could have claimed those. But that's how it goes for lockout, sadly. And it's Berlingo, I guess. No, it's fine. Crudy's our match admin here today, and as always in bingo, but of course all game modes is just huge appreciation every time someone can help us by adminning or casting these matches. And couple restarts there, which could have been cause for concern, but Jokerj and Meekah are both very familiar with the game mode, and they would very much know what to press and when, and what rules to do, so Crudy is in a very easy spot to admin this match so far. This is Meekah's second match, and I've said already that yesterday Meekah beat Giannini 4-2, sorry. And Meekah has won Miami and Chongqing. Probably that's the reason why Jokerj started the ban phase with a Miami ban. Then Meekah came back with the Dartmoor ban against Jokerj. Staple strategy against Jokerj. And then it was first the Berlin pick by Meekah. And then Jokerj chose Marrakesh, which for now it backfired, but we've seen we've seen both of them do just really well, so I think it could have always gone either way. This is though a very familiar map for Meekah. I think one of their best maps in the trilogy, at least for roulette. Now everyone comes to Meekah for Berlin strats and ideas. So very much interested to see how these two will handle it. Can Meekah continue their run with a sweep, or will we go to map number 3? Jokerj would definitely deserve it, but so far it's Meekah also deservedly winning Marrakesh, and it's all to play for this map number 2. Rip Meekah, that's a very important extra rule there. Of course, the loadout is the pistol, the lockpick, and coins, with the stipulation that if you can't start with a pistol, which realistically is only Berlin club entrance start, then you can smuggle it in, so long as you don't use the briefcase for anything. Turning the microphone here a little so that it's with a good angle. Same coin, same lockpick for both of them, bone lockpick and classic coin. The one difference is that I think Jokerj went for the ICA chrome and Meekah with the silver baller. Of course, no real difference there. Any ICA variant is allowed here. Jokerj streaming and has the chat on, and well, at least between maps, of course, and someone had asked him if he was a speedrunner. That is funny. No, I think Jokerj is a casual who didn't really play the game so far, but somehow doing really well in this bingo. And also, no worries, Crudy, but I have to mention this one. Crudy was asking for some tiles, but he mentioned the Astro Graffiti, which is, I guess, as close you can get to the board being revealed. So I think there was a quick respin there. And the second try is here. 25 tiles as always, and very important suit set, and Jokerj not wasting any time, going straight through that frisk area, not bothering it going the long way around, which Meekah will do now. So Jokerj will have the advantage going to certain tiles away from start. Is the Astro Graffiti on this board? I think this was respawn though. So sadly no graffiti. So now it's Jokerj's turn to get to one part of the map, and Meekah's going through the rooftop. And we'll be getting at least 2 very quick kills, and maybe 3 with the banner lure. Meekah with a quick restart though, so now it's an even bigger lead for Jokerj, who can now start with getting the flyer. Row number 2, column number 2. First tile taken, no GRB there, so that's the delivery guy. This guy's taken as well. Is there something really quick, really close by? I think Garden Forks, Wind Up Toy, Incinerator, these are all biker tiles, so it makes a lot of sense to would make a lot of sense to just get a free biker disguise and start claiming those tiles. Or well, not necessarily free one, because now Jokerj will be going to Agent Rhodes 4 floor. Holy shit. And it's a bullet impact for some reason. I'm not sure what that was for. There is some panic there, and one of the non-targets is also troubling, and that's a combat and 2 tiles lost on Jokerj's side. So it's Meekah with a 1-minute lead now. And knowing that there was a restart there, Meekah can also be confident that Jokerj's nowhere near the biker area. Is it time? Is it worth rushing these tiles as quick as possible? It might be very close, because Jokerj will be going straight to the biker area as well. But this is going to be really painful for Jokerj if Meekah starts claiming these tiles. Crowbar number 2. Oh, that's only crowbar number 1. That's not the right one. Meekah's only having one crowbar in the inventory that has to be turned off by Crudy there. Meekah had another crowbar at some point in the map, but he doesn't have the 2 crowbars at the same time. So that's an illegal tile, sadly. We'll have to click on Meekah's player page to remove that tile manually. No need to DM or anything. Only I guess if they are being problematic about it, but it's only one tile now for Meekah. Still fairly important that Meekah got to this area first, and now it's basically anyone's game about who can claim these tiles.
Oh shit. Command, you there? All right. There's a hard-ass criminal out there.
Sprinkle unit Garden Forks. Quick recap of Meekah before, basically seconds before Jokerj could claim these same tiles. The sprinkle unit is...
Command, I have nothing to report from my current location.
Well, I would have to check it exactly if we have a moment before all of these tiles are claimed. The sprinkle unit. It's level of 1, right? The sprinkle unit is what we would call the fumigator. It's the one that poisons the grow house. So that was definitely claimed there. Yeah, I was expecting it to be a different tile, but no worries there. 3 tiles for Meekah right now. 1 plus 2 for Jokerj. Meekah will be hiding someone in the incinerator, and the wind-up toy is really close by, but Jokerj has already took it. What else is here from the biker area? Fire Jermaine Sniper is an important one. Perhaps. It's a loud gun, it's a live shot, so could cause some panic. There are no sinks in the biker area though. So I think that's about it. A lot of become tiles, technician, club crew, bartender will be important to get, and I think if Jokerj's leaving the bike area, he could be one. Take all these disguises first. Meekah eliminating Jermaine, at least with the pacify. It's gonna be their 3rd kill if we get there. I just really wonder where will Meekah shoot this sniper from, because this is nearby. Will be hard to make this soundproof. Luckily, as biker you can carry the sniper. Not many disguises allow this across the trilogy. No gunshot heard. Meekah knows their soundproof spots. And that is 5 to 5 with Jokerj going back to rooftop and going for his first agent kill there. I still don't know if Meekah has the 2 crowbars in hand. Now I'm pretty sure that Meekah has no crowbars in inventory, so it might have to be another unclaim, and just really confirmation for anyone would be helpful, but I think I've seen in the inventory really quickly that there were 0 crowbars, let alone 1 or 2. So now it's down to Rolf's office. Okay, Crudy, if Meekah had 2 crowbars in the inventory at the same time, that's what matters, which I really doubt, by the way. Meekah is now throwing the cocaine brick into the fan. I'm not sure if I want to message Meekah there, but get suspicious anyway, so it may not matter for this map. It's a very significant rip there, and I hear a full whoosh from Joker's side, turning into a last second corner subdue. How close can it be? But Joker gets Rov's disguise, which is itself not a tile, but you can turn on the TV, you can collect a juice bar ticket from the desk. If you don't get side KO'd or wrecked by the mirrors, that biker is not leaving the office fully. So that's very nice for Joker. 8 tiles now. TV is the number 9, and Joker still needs 4 kills. Coconuts are easy to get. Soda cans are easy to get from the projection bar. There are enough sinks, I think, in almost all of the major bathroom complexes. But realistically, Agent Thames will be eliminated at one point, and then you can become a club crew that way. So it's not as close. That might be orange. It's not orange. Back to green for Meekah by killing green. And this is going to be really close for Joker. Hopefully no bad head turns. Joker is going to get his second kill any second now. And depending on where Chamberlain is, it might just be best to delete the evidence, clear out this room, and wait for this agent. But there he comes. It's not too far away, and oh, this can be hunted at some point. Only question mark, nothing delayed. Joker is back to green. And Sty was playing, was it the red poison? I'm not exactly sure, but he got the number 10 and 3 more tiles to go. 3 more kills to go, rather. Nice delay there from Joker, who gets number 3 on Banner.
Sir, can't leave that here.
Agent Banner, report. Are you there?
Oh, the modern sedative syringe from Banner, I guess. What? Oh, the sedative from the basement. I honestly didn't see how Joker was preparing for that last kill, but it's in the cabinet behind DJ, so if he was definitely there, then it's all legal. And now the lethal syringe. Make sure you don't use the wrong syringe there, but kill number 4. And Club Crew would be very easy. 11th tile if needed. Joker just needs Agent Thames. Joker needs to not have this kill hurt. KO from behind, next snap, and there's a scooter key in hands since the first minute. Joker, the really unfortunate rip at the beginning, but still came back, mostly because of an even more unfortunate late Meekah rip, but Joker ties the score up, and we are going to a decider. Eight, 10 second try. Far from a simple match of really, really great players. You can't be complacent. I think I could at this point just kill Swan, for example, with the science pistol, or sorry, the loud sniper. I don't know if I said that. But yeah, that's Berlin. And I'm just gonna send a quick message to Meekah about this confusion, so I'll be typing a lot and not talking as much. Sapienza is the decider. Meekah kept clicking the crowbar tile, thinking no, nothing wrong went there, just maybe servers are bad or something. But yeah, now the rule has been clarified. Of course, this is the exception, I guess, when we know that Meekah has got 2 crowbars in their run before, but it makes the admin's life much easier if the requirement is having the required amount of items in your inventory at the same time. Because on a longer map with more items, the admin would never know for sure whether you got 3 screwdrivers or 4 crowbars at some point, and this is the only way to be extra sure about it. Brute forcing the crowbar tile to your crew, you can't be arsed anymore. Yes, exactly, that's what happened. Good morning, Yanini. I assume happy winter break for you. Happy winter break for all the students around. Happy Christmas Eve. Yeah, that also makes sense. It is the 22nd. Yesterday I mentioned the winter solstice, but I was muted during that, so it won't ever be going to YouTube, sadly. It's rare that we have Hitman community events during Christmas or this time of the year. Of course, traditionally everyone is hibernating after the end of the World Championship of Brawl Trials, of course, but this year, this time around, there are some exciting events to play, to watch, to spectate. Not just Hitman Bingo 2 or Miami Meltdown from last Sunday, but in F7SC, Chromex is still hosting Sansa Roulette 2, which is now inching towards its conclusion. Indeed, really quickly want to say how many players remaining. 6 are left only, which means that there are only 5 matches to go before the grand final. Going to be seeing some very exciting suit-only action there in the next couple weeks. Minute and a half until this no time limit decider. Sorry for, I guess, kicking or punching the microphone here. I don't think no time limit will mean a lot here, because both of them are so quick and Sapienza is an easy map, and both Jokerj and Meekah will very likely default to 2 lines, which you can do entirely within the mansion. It's hard to come up with a line which is valid or viable outside the mansion, so still some balancing to do there, or it is just part of the game. The winner of this match will be the second player in round 3, but will not have an opponent just yet, especially because they will need to wait on results from 2 matches. First up is Crudy vs Pijero from round 1, the last of round 1 matches, and the winner will play Phanium there in round 2, and Phanium versus that winner will face off for a spot against the winner of this match. And as far as the loser goes, I need to check the tournament for that. I think it will be something similar like that. I don't imagine that the loser of this match would have an opponent just yet, and indeed the loser of this match will play the winner of 20 vs Supreme Commander Ike. And it's time for the decider. Non-Lockout this time, so 2 lines to complete. So in total 9 or 10 tiles will be completed, or more if you are a casual like me, for example. Second column, sort of viable. Green Plumber, Kitchen Assistant, Toy Tank, Gramophone are easy mansion tiles. The hazmat suit is in the lab area for a bit of a detour. wake up the detective with the radio is something that probably won't be seen, so we can cross out those lines. Solar system winch manually cook the sauce and become a delivery man. Not too hard task. The delivery man has a free bag of this kind in the flower shop just below the suit start. Meekah still reading those tiles. They tend to take longer to load in. Jokerj is a very quick person when it comes to loadout and loading. Well, there's not much of a loadout beside here, just reading the tiles rather. It seems that these early suggestions may have been right because Jokerj is going for the second column. I don't know about the other lines, but the fourth column is suggested by PG and Yoshi. Remote explosive solar system combat knife. Observatory door manually, 2 hammers. Not too difficult there. And Meekah is in now. But it's a minute and a 20 difference. And Jokerj already has 2 tiles before Meekah has done anything. VHS tape is coming, so that's the 3rd row with the kitchen assistant. Nothing there yet, and the dome wasn't open manually, so probably we can cross out the 4th column. Meekah will be starting by becoming the kitchen assistant. That's Rocco. And that's the first brick, probably just for knockout item, because that's don't see many numbers there. Jokerj going for the poison, a very nice and simple way to kill Francesca at basically any time. It's likely that Meekah would be doing the same, but you can still see the more than a minute difference between the 2 players.
Francesca DeSantis.
And remember, a restart here means all tiles are lost. Just half claimed, not saved for later. It's all or nothing.
Next up, Silvio Caruso.
This is impossible.
Waiting for Jokerj,
For a combination code
working
like
on
Miss
that
DeSantis said.
second column. And Jokerj is looking for safe code or opening the safe.
What?
Which I didn't see
Better go
it being
check
a
that out.
tile,
Let's not take any
honestly.
chance.
Open Silvio's safe is the 3rd row, indeed. So play the VHS safe, open the Silvio's safe. Combat knife and mansion security, I mean... Other than security, those are hard tiles, but gets a GRB. Meekah in the lead now with another Jokerj rip. That's 3 maps and 3 rips for Jokerj. This one probably being the most crucial one, because Meekah now knows that he's in the lead. But these are some not too trivial lines to complete. Combat knife and Silvio's safe. We've seen Jokerj struggle with that. And Meekah will start their journey with the safe. Don't know if they shouldn't know that Jokerj ripped to the safe tile, but it will be something difficult to get. And Meekah is probably getting the poison first, rather. It's going a bit back and forth. Need the safe code there first. That's a good observation. But might as well stay here as well, because only 10 more seconds until Frenny is killable with just
Whoa.
it's basically anything. Pistol elimination is not heard. The SMG elimination can be heard because you fire so many bullets during that. Meekah will also become the mansion security. Watch out for the other guard there. I don't see any movement on the minimap, so Meekah will be able to get this mansion security tile. Combat knife and Silvio's safe remaining for the 3rd row. And this is going to be quite a fascinating isolation, because with the VHS tape being played, right? Indeed, the guards are being told to leave the area, and this will cause these two enforcers to guard these two doors. And Meekah is actually trapped outside of the observatory. They need to find another way around, or that bullet distraction quite risky at 3.5 minutes, but gets the job done. There's the Silvio kill. I have barely, if ever, done this mission story in the last couple of years. I don't know how long would Silvio be unfound, but finding it might be the best option is to drag him all the way through to the end. And he's coming back! Oh my god, I thought he would be coming back. That reach by the guard, just
Target down.
as scary as possible.
Caruso.
And I wasn't the only one who thought that, I guess. Maybe because I was screaming, but Meekah with both kills down, just the virus to go, but still so many tiles, at least 6.
Check it out.
Joker is back in. And with silent KO and the throne KO, gets the 2 securities down, gets the disguise, and opens Silvio a safe. They are working on very similar stuff, but Meekah still has this advantage. Just the question is, if Joker is more familiar with these tiles, can he catch up an execution, or can he overtake Meekah on the routing, because Meekah may not have planned as many Sapienza boards as Joker. Probably the most well-prepared player of this competition. But Joker still feels a little bit behind and close to dropping down to the lower bracket. There's no VHS tape played just yet, but Joker can do it much later and without worrying of the cards, though Mabashiro says that Silvio won't be a problem anyway. Second bullet distraction, or second distraction on Meekah's end, and there's the first guard coming back to Silvio's room. So it's a good shout to at least hide Silvio, and that's a full whoosh by Joker. And somehow the run stays alive. How much excitement can we take on this decider? Meekah will be now going for the safe, which we've seen is anything but a free tile. And it's not like the housekeeper. You are allowed here, but these two are enforcers, and look at that. Meekah still only on 4 tiles, Joker up to 7, just needing combat knife and hazmat suit. So much for the in-game time lead. It is now Joker's to lose, although not the easiest tiles to go, as Biolab security, you can grab the combat knife from
Look for some type
the middle of this lab area, and then the hazmat suit. It's going to be tricky, you can't do that legally. You need to be the lab technician to open the keycard doors legally, so you need to have 2 disguise changes here to be sure. I don't think Joker will be going all the way to the cafe area or the church to get another combat knife. That's tile number 8 of 9, and this is suspicious action, and indeed Joker will be going a different way around. Doesn't seem like there's any free option to get the disguise as Meekah. That's 6 tiles as well. Gramophone will be easy to get, but he's sandwiched between 2 enforcers, Silvio's 2 guards. Just walking around. It's maybe not Silvio's, but one was Francesca's. And now with that card gone, there's the gramophone, tile number 7 for Meekah. The only difference is the combat knife, with both needing the hazmat suit, and Joker's still not grabbing it, going a very long way around. Surely the easiest would be to just become a lab technician, but this might just be unseen. This is going to be a really important cake-out throw. Joker getting the last disguise, his last tile, and just destroying the virus is what he needs. Meekah catching up, but there's not much you can do at this point, because there are no cameras anymore, barely any enforcers, and you have a silent pistol to shoot the stalactite. Joker taking his time to get that shot, and it gets compromised through the notice that the lethal acid container, that's more than ridiculous there, and might just decide the match here unless Meekah finds similar troubles. But Meekah knows that they have 5 minutes to do these 2 tiles. Just when you expect that Silence Pistol Stalactite shot would be the freest thing in existence. And I don't think Jokerj has done much wrong there. It's a safe shot either way. But it wasn't a guaranteed shot. And it's now all in Meekah's hands, who might find a similar situation to Joker's troubles, trying to get to the hazmat suit. And to do that legally, you need a lab technician, or you need to go the long way around. Important cam shot there for Meekah, or shooting the cam box rather. But this won't help Meekah a lot, and they are looking at the same door perhaps. Hopefully they take just a little bit of time to realize that this is suspicious action no matter which door you take. And don't aimlessly run into any of the enforcers. Meekah, knowing that there's that huge lead, doesn't really know what to do. As long as... I think causing havoc would be the single worst thing to do. But surely Meekah, from their roulette experience, knows how to get a hazmat suit for a second disguise, which would require to go down here in a hostile disguise, getting the lab technician or the lab guard, but it seems like they will stay in the lab guard. And I guess, oh my goodness, because going for this lab technician is anything but free. And I don't know about the vertical Yukons. I think Meekah grabbed a different lab technician though. That's not the worst thing ever. Just going to take more time, and I'm still not convinced about the Yukons. The longest ever grab. Going to take a minute of Meekah's time, who is tantalizingly close to finishing, and Jokerj must be so frustrated that he sees Meekah on 9 tiles, or 8 out of 9 tiles, but still no finish there, because Meekah takes all of their time at steel green, and if that body is hidden, which it is now, I don't know what else can go wrong. We just need to hold our breath for that last stalactite shot. This disguise has its own enforcers as well, of course, especially that lady guarding the door, but Meekah cannot really move around because of the 2 other technicians moving. Is there a different way to maybe vault down? And Meekah just cannot find a way. Surely, after spending this much time, you just do Sapienza 101, but and just go through back from Silvio's area and use the remembered routes, but Meekah is now inside, and one more lady enforcer to dodge, who is now out of the picture fully. Yes, she is. How long can it take? One of the... Okay, this would have been tragic, because you will now see another other hazmat suits arrive to the area, but this is the one disguise change you can do legally. Changes back immediately, but imagine the scenes if this was illegal as well and the run came down to this. Meekah is now worrying about the same lady. I mean, of course it's just knowing how much ahead you are, but the fact that you know that you have 5 minutes, I guess Meekah will take all 5 of their minutes to get this last time. Still an enforcer to dodge. At this point I think the hazmat suits would have been better, honestly. By the way, Jokerj update. It's 5 out of 9 tiles. VHS tape and gramophone are remaining before Jokerj can get back down to the lab, which is I think another 3 minutes until he can finish, but Meekah finally got out of this sticky situation in the middle of the lab. And the moment of truth, will he get compromised during this same stalactite shot? He will not, and that's the last objective complete. And Meekah, with 13.5 minutes of in-game time, defeats Jokerj in a really intense decider and really intense match. That's really heartbreaking for Jokerj, because after all he did get close to finishing this map as well. But Meekah took their time, took as long as physically possible to finish up that board and wins the match in the process. So what this means for the brackets is, after I quickly update tournament, because I have it on a tab right now, is, let's look at the brackets. And kinda shows it right now. Meekah is through to round 3, and Crudy versus Pichero from round 1 will determine the opponent of Phanium, and Phanium will face either of those two players, and the winner of that match will play Meekah. And as far as the loser bracket go, Jokerj's first opponent will be either 420 or Supreme Commander Ike. What a match though. What a match indeed, and that leaves us with two currently scheduled matches. The first one is at 9 p.m. 4.5 hours from now, Crudy versus Pichero will wrap up winners bracket round 1. And we already have a match scheduled for December 23rd at 7 p.m. Central European time. Randy versus Yoshi will face off in winners bracket round 2, with of course more winners bracket and loser bracket matches to be scheduled. But that is it from me today, at least for now, of course. I would like to thank both Meekah and Jokerj for playing, and GG's on this very exciting match. And also thank you to Crudy for adminning this match. Was definitely one close call there with the crowbar, but didn't make any difference there. And also thanks everyone for watching, and until next time, see you everyone.